Hey guys, welcome back. I am going to sit down and do a get ready with me video right now. This is just gonna be a really chatty, informal get ready with me, just like I've done in the past. I've never done a non-informal video, I feel like, on my channel. They're all very informal. I'm using my hands to put my makeup on and we're just gonna hang out and chat like friends. So I have some help with my kids today and I had some serious stuff I had to get done. I mean, it wasn't serious stuff, but I seriously needed to get stuff done around my house today. And I've been wanting to sit down and film just a life update because things have been insane in my family, in our home for the last 3 months basically. Thankfully, YouTube is more of a hobby than anything else to me. I look forward to it. It's a creative outlet for me and it's not a main source of income for my family at all. And so when life happens, I can put it down, and when things settle down a little bit, I can pick it back up. And so basically that has been what's been happening and going on with me, is I've kind of set it down for the time being and now I am picking it back up. A lot of you guys know that I work with the Good and the Beautiful on videos and content, and they are so gracious with me. This last year with COVID and pregnancy and now postpartum and some of the things that I'm going to be sharing today with you guys, they're such a great company to work with. And not only do I love their curriculum because I use it with my kids, I love their curriculum, but knowing the people behind the company makes me love them even more. So where do we even start with the last, I don't even know. It's been so crazy. So I told you guys in my last No Spend update that we were going to take a trip to Florida, and we did, and it was amazing. You guys, there's something so magical about the ocean. It is healing to my soul. I sat at the ocean, you guys, and honestly, in the morning I would go down there, I would bring my coffee and I would sit on the beach and I would look at the waves and I would cry because it was just so healing. Like, it almost brings me to tears thinking about it because I miss it so much. A huge part of me does fully believe that I will end up living somewhere near the ocean, near the water, because we rented this Airbnb with family members and it was on the ocean, like directly on the ocean. So I walked outside in the morning time and just sat at the ocean. It was beautiful. Anyways, I could see myself living somewhere on the ocean one day because it speaks to a level of my heart that, I don't know, it's weird. I feel like Moana. I could start singing about the ocean. Anyway, so that was just like such an amazing trip. So healing on so many levels, and it was beautiful. All that to say, we came home from that trip and basically all hell broke loose in my life. Good Friday was the week that we got back, and Good Friday is when our house flooded. In a nutshell, a pipe that connects to our bathtub and sewage line something broke on it or something, and Ezra announced while I was giving a bath to Ingrid and Jude that it was raining in our living room, which is not anything you want to hear if you are living in a house that is not outside. Yeah, it damaged our ceilings, our floors. We had to replace floors because you can imagine bathtubs and sewage, and it was just like, it was real fun. So that happened on Good Friday, and then also around that time period, I have been going through just some like inner healing, just deep stuff, you know, and that's just always so fun. I am the kind of person where I don't want to deny that something's there, but I want to focus on the good and not just spend I don't want to feel like I'm spending my whole life recovering from something or my childhood or experiences. I want to focus on the good, focus on the work that the Lord has for me, unless that is causing me pain in a sense where I cannot live my life to the fullest. I can't be the best mom, I can't be the best wife, I can't be the best version of myself that I want to be. And so I have had some things happen with a relationship in my life, and it's just driven me to wonder why I get so triggered about certain things. And it's been a very hard situation, but it's also been very eye-opening to me about myself. And that is always something that I welcome. I want to learn more about myself because I want to be able to live my life the best, you know? So that's been just a journey I've been on, and that happened around the same time. About a week after the flood and all of the other stuff was brought to light, I ended up getting diagnosed with Hashimoto's autoimmune disease, hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, all of the different terms for it. Essentially an autoimmune disease attacking my thyroid. I had a pretty just crappy experience with the doctor that I saw who originally diagnosed me with this. I took one of those Everlywell tests to check my hormones, and yes, my hormones are out of whack. My adrenals are basically fried right now and not working very well. So my hormones are imbalanced, but I also found out about my thyroid through that. And so then going and seeing a doctor, and it just was a really bad experience. It was like, just not a great experience. If you want to know more about that, I could do a whole video on that experience because it was awful. But I did find a really good doctor, which is what matters. And it's a functional doctor who deals with the root cause of my hypothyroidism, which is the autoimmune disease. I'm learning so much from him, and he is just, it's truly, truly a godsend on so many levels, you guys. I could go into all of the ways that it is an answered prayer for me, but I feel very blessed to be able to have found this doctor because he's awesome. So I also have been changing my eating habits and my lifestyle because I have to, essentially, to now live with this for the rest of my life because it's not going to go anywhere. But to be able to thrive, even though I have it, I have to make lifestyle changes, which I know a lot of you guys have to do with any kind of diseases or chronic illnesses or anything like that that you might have. I know that affects so many different parts of our bodies, and our diet and lifestyle is huge. And so I have changed my diet, and I will go into all of the details about that in a separate video, maybe just about my experience with the Hashimoto's diagnosis and how it's affected me. So if you want to hear about that, I can chat with you guys about that in a different video. I just don't want to make this all about that. But that has been another thing that I've been working through. So diet changes. The house has been under construction for 2 months, you guys. We've been living on the second floor of my home with all of the kids. It's been crazy. It's getting nice outside though, so we have been outside more, which has been a blessing. And the house is we're in like the home stretch. So I'm thankful for that, but it has been crazy. So all of that to say, I have not been uploading on my channel because it's just been kind of just this physically, emotionally, mentally, all of the things, I've been a little taxed. And so I have been over on Instagram. I don't think I probably shared that I reopened my Instagram account a few months ago. So if you followed me on Instagram before and you stopped because it wasn't there anymore, I am back on Instagram. I could do a whole video on why I got back on Instagram too, but I don't really know if you guys care that much. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that's like, so do you want to see a video on like how I shave my armpits, because I know you guys all care about how I shave my armpits because you care about me so much. You know, I don't want to be like that. But I did make the decision to reopen my Instagram account, which I didn't have it for almost 2 years. And so that was a huge choice of mine. So I am back on Instagram. So it's been nice to kind of chat with some of you guys over on Instagram, and some of you guys have shared your journey with autoimmune. You've given me advice and help with hormonal imbalances. Social media can be a beast sometimes, but it is such a blessing in so many ways too when it comes to being able to reach people and meet women that are on a similar path than you or have walked a path that you're currently walking, especially if you find yourself in a place where you don't have other women like those Titus 2 women that are pouring into you. You can get so much wisdom from women that are wanting to pour into other younger women. It's just been a blessing. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys that have chatted with me over on Instagram, shared your journeys vulnerably with me. You're seeing where God has brought you. He hasn't used your situation in vain. He has helped me, and I'm sure a lot of other women, through whatever you've walked through or you are walking through. And that's my hope, that you get that from my channel and the content that I do put out when I put it out, that he would use what I'm walking through for his glory, because he promises that he will work all things out for the good of those who love him and who are called according to his purposes. So that's my prayer for this channel, that you guys receive that from me as well. Anywho, I stopped doing my makeup. I gave up on that. Maybe I'll put some mascara on or something. I don't know. My eyebrows I don't know what's going on with my eyebrows. All my hair started falling out, and I think it was because of the hypothyroidism. And all my hair started falling out. Oh, that's fabulous. Look at that. This is why we are not a makeup channel. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Anyways, I need to not do this in here. Yeah, so all my eyebrow hair started falling out, and then all my hair started falling out, and so now my hair is so thin, you guys. I've got like bald spots on in my hair now, from losing so much hair from the hashimotos or hypothyroidism or whatever. So I was trying to grow it out, which seems funny to me now, because I'm like, now it's just getting to the point where it's kind of stringy because it's not full anymore, and so everything in me is wanting to cut it now. But I know if I cut it, it's gonna be real hard to grow it out again, because I'm not having any more babies. And so I don't know. I know I've said it before, you guys, but I'm serious this time. Every time I say that to one of my friends, they're like, I've heard this before. Are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure. I'm positive. No more babies. They say that autoimmune stuff can come to light or become like activated, or I don't even know what you would call it. Basically can become active like after pregnancy or during pregnancies, because of your hormones and it being kind of like a trauma to your body. I hate saying that pregnancy is a trauma to your body, because we correlate trauma with something like super negative, when trauma is just something, I think it can be used in a term of it's just something huge that is a change for your body. I think. I might be wrong. So if I'm wrong, then sorry guys. But it can be something huge and altering to your body or your life. Sometimes it can come about during a divorce, which would be like, you know, real traumatic, or pregnancy, or during adolescence, which is when I think mine came about, when you mix any kind of trauma happening in your life with hormonal changes and those kinds of things. So anyways, they say that, and so I'm like, it makes me wonder how much of my postpartum stuff was actually postpartum, or was it, you know, a lot of my Hashimoto symptoms that I've always chalked it up to like postpartum for me last years, you know, like, I'm like, I've been postpartum for 9 years and I'm still postpartum. Once you're postpartum, you're always postpartum. But I just have always had such a struggle, like, I mean, even like a year after the baby's here, and so I wonder if more of that has to do with my Hashimoto's, because a lot of the symptoms of that are like mood swings, fatigue, hormonal stuff that is like usually postpartum too, right? So I don't know. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just trying to lean on the Lord through it and learn from all of you amazing women who have had stuff like this for a long time. I'm humbled because so many of you guys have spent your lives with many illnesses, many chronic things, and so I feel very blessed to be 32 and never have had to, and now I'm figuring out that my body is a little bit different and I do have some stuff going on. I'm sorry guys if this was so all over the place. I feel all over the place these days. And it's been a little bit crazy, but we are planning to homeschool through the summertime. We are sticking it out because with everything that's happened with COVID and pregnancy, postpartum, and Hashimoto's, and the house falling apart and all that stuff, we have fallen off the train for homeschooling. So another reason why you haven't seen a lot of content is because there hasn't been a ton of schooling happening over here, if I'm just being real, because it's just been crazy. I do feel like I'm on the upswing of the crazy last couple months. Knock on wood. I'm asking God that he would just continue the upswing, because I'm ready just for a little bit of consistency in our home and in our life. So comment down below if you guys have anything going on in your life that you want to chat about, any summer plans that you have. I'd love to chat with you down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.